The German lyrics for Gustav Mahler's The Song of the Earth were written more than 100 years ago. They were based on 8th century Tang Dynasty poetry. But the instruments used by the symphony to support them were exclusively Western, until now. Conductor Tang Muhai has reorchestrated the composition to include Chinese instruments.
It sounds simple, more Orient, more Chinese. If Mahler lived even today, if he had so many chance, either listen, looking, or come to touch this Chinese instrument, what could he think and doing? For me, it's like I try to fulfill his dream.
Tang's unique recomposition is being performed for the first time in the U.S. by the Beijing Symphony Orchestra. It's part of the Chinese New Year celebrations. The stage is Washington's famed Kennedy Center, which also commissioned a new version of Huang Ruo's Wind Blows for oboe and orchestra. Wang Liang is the New York Philharmonic's principal oboist.
To me, music is not just painting a picture or, let's say, I'm sad or I'm happy, but sometimes it's everything.
The 36-year-old Chinese American is collaborating with the Beijing Symphony for the Lunar New Year performance.
I was raised in China and I moved to America when I was 14. It's a wonderful feeling for me because it's almost like I'm playing for the home team.
Wang says the wind sound transports the audience to the landscapes of Inner Mongolia, or whatever else they imagine. Yang Xulan, who also goes by Shirley Young, is the head of the U.S.-China Culture Institute. She says these cultural bridges are important.
We hope that this can be a means by which people then can understand better Chinese people on a different basis, not what they read in newspapers every day, but really just on a person-to-person basis. And not only kind of food and fireworks and fun, but also a little bit more about Chinese culture.
It's no coincidence that events like these are happening outside of Chinatowns across the U.S. It's part of an orchestrated effort by the Chinese government to help get Chinese culture to the people, to the masses. Tonight's performance was played in front of a full house, perhaps an indication that this approach has struck a chord. Roee, Ruttenberg, CGTN in Washington.